needs
I just think
smokes.
we're in
Okay.
for a good time, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
For sure.
Needs
And
2-0,
the funny
2-0,
thing is,
and
too,
EG
Crew
needs
is
to
swapping
lose
a
2-0.
player as
That's
well.
it.
We have
That's
Andy
it. That's
coming
not.
in for Nags. He played last week,
not
but
too
for
bad.
Davies, and Davies had an injury.
Okay, so we
So
start.
right away, Ten's getting
Sentinels
in
on
the
defense, Crew
typically
on
on
attack, and we
position.
have a straight up
See if Crew wants
fast
to challenge.
A
Looks like they
punish.
do.
No, of
We
course
use the
they do.
Omen smoke.
That was
Sorry,
fine,
Omen
too.
flash it.
Oh my God.
What the
And
hell?
and all the way to the next round.
Don't think they knew about the numbers here.
I like the
I
enthusiasm.
respect
Not
it.
the.
Yeah.
Oh boy, we might be in for one. Not the best start.
We saw the vision, right?
Hopefully that doesn't knock
We
the
saw
confidence.
vision.
So Crew are able to take care of Tens, deal with the early aggression that Sentinels tried throwing their way on the A side of the map, and now they want to end B.
Good high Crew.
Again.
And they should be able to get a spike plant. They want to fight into B-Link, and that's great because the door wasn't broken yet. So Zekin alone on
Very
this
hard
challenge
retake. They
gets
have the
3.
right bit of map
Alone
control.
and
This
HP,
is
just
important.
51
Does
HP for
Killjoy
him.
manage to get one? No. Okay, maybe this is on.
Getting one. There it is. Funnel
Nice
into
shot.
second. He was able to
Big
take one
3 and
with them.
3. A
Awesome
lot of
mark on
teams
the
still
flank,
win
too,
when
with
they have
Saucy
this
there.
control, but
Yeah,
this
this is
plant
weird
not
because
so
the remaining
much.
members of Crew
If
are
it's
all gonna
here,
be playing
yes. If
more
it's
of
here,
that area
a
of
lot of
the
the times
map
you would
right there
favor the
outside of
defense.
panel. And this is, I mean, against Frenzies, against Ghosts, this is not what you want to be set
Damn,
up
nicely
for.
done from Sentinels. Okay, they managed to win that out. The double flank
Such a
was great.
small place to be peeking out of, just such a hard
Yeah,
job
if
to
I'm
do
going to be a
anything,
little bit
and
critical
then
to
you have to deal with
Crew,
the elevation of the spike
so
and
pretty
the
much
threat of
when
the
you have
spike
here,
defuse too.
here, and
Great.
here,
Mid-round
you're going to
there
win the
from
round if
Marv
it's a
and
plant for
Saucy to
here.
actually go
If
through
it's
and
this
flank into B
plant,
main.
honestly,
That is
the
wonderful.
win percentage, I don't have the
again,
numbers, just going off what I'm seeing, what I
alluding to
remember.
Marv being
The
IPL
win
here, but
percentage of
also
planting down
this
here
is
is a
going to
lot
be
lower than planting
major
in this
change
corner.
in terms of compositions, role changes,
It's a bit of a
in terms
nightmare
rosters,
to
in
spot.
terms of
You have to
coaching
kind of
staff
swing and then you're
that
open
Sentinels
to the
have
side
made.
angle.
So let's see. Are the vibes different? That's the biggest thing you have to have going into a change like this.
Well, I mean, and to continue the trend that you were just talking about, even look at Lotus. This is the third time Sentinels play this map, and it's a third different comp.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. It's been a revolving door of changes.
Who's
a,
their sixth?
box
No
of
idea.
chocolates, if you will.
Maybe
You don't
Drew's
really know
in.
what you're gonna get, but
Assistant
another
coach
opener from
bar.
Marv.
Okay, in terms of how we are approaching this one, we've got rifle, 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 rifle.
You like the high tide as well.
One little
Blocking
stinger.
off B main, that allows you to get that
Def
control.
got
You
fully
can for
dropped,
sure get
right?
the orb,
He's
you
out
also
of
have
he's
door
out of
control.
Sentinels.
And so if you went for a threat,
Contract's
of
been
Malv
terminated.
from the defensive side, you're getting cut off. So they've already farmed 2.
Jesus. Uh-oh.
Guardian.
Oh no, this is maybe on.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
gonna lie
doesn't
to you.
feel
If they can retrieve this
There is
gun,
still one Guardian play. One
they
Guardian
retrieve the
play in
gun.
hands of Zekin.
damage has been
gonna be
done. There
rotated
is a
over
heal
mid
if they
lane
want to
though.
relax.
Tankai's in a really good spot. That's such a miserable spot to have to clear.
I don't know why they're not going around the other side, but they've still made this an interesting eco round. They've got a Guardian in hand.
High Tide denying some of the vision.
Never mind, no Guardian anymore.
And forget about denying vision. I guess it doesn't matter if you're going to land the shots regardless.
Nicely
3K
done.
for Zekin.
Second.
Zekin is
Nice
only
little
played
one for the
control, like,
stats.
5
Did pretty
times
good.
You can count on one hand.
Yeah, I would have liked Crew to relax here, have a little heal,
In the
maybe
pure
bait for the
definition
gun.
of the word.
I saw no hill and then the
Fury
gun
is
out
just so
in the
versatile.
open.
I mean, how much to
But
ask
it's
about
okay.
this
It
guy?
was a bonus round.
17 years old, coming in, playing in partnerships.
Wasn't a
after
bonus, it was an eco
fantastic
round.
year last year, getting his real VCT start last year.
And then also to do it in this setting that that the team has had to go through as far as all of the changes, but then also for a very passionate fan base.
Yeah,
That's a lot of pressure
there's so
for a
much
young
pressure.
kid.
We're into the next round, and we're going to challenge A-Main again.
Oh, it's fast over towards A main.
And
Omen flash
that
invested
from him,
again.
It's very well handled. You can see they were ready for some of that aggression. Second time now that we see this opening brawl on that side of the map. And second time that we see Crew rotating away from it. Deep flash confirming some suspicions from Sassy. He does have Seekers to work with too.
I'm really
That's what
worried
you wanna be doing with the
that they
Neon, is
haven't
rotating
played this
based off
map
the flashes, and you
much.
see Ten's already in position. After, remember, he was involved in that.
As
brawl
in
A-Main.
Crew.
Crew's just going walkabouts. They got melted by those nanostorms last time. They have to do.
I mean, that'll do.
They have.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do about that. All you can do is, all right, next round.
Poor Marv.
Yeah, That's truly unlucky. A deep flash, the second one out from Saucy towards B.
Let's count the IGL death win rate for Marved. Is he Angel?
30 seconds left.
Oh.
10's getting dropped there by Klaus, and now Seeker's used. Pankaya once again is going to have to try to hold the line, tucked behind the wall. But the spam fest continues.
Shield going up.
Did that cove?
I don't think he was
playing
covering
outside
it.
of the cove. Yeah. That was close. He still manages to get the spike down though.
I mean, they'd have to push the waterfall to get that anyways. It's not the biggest deal.
Second, looking to get a little bit more value.
Should
out
be
of that
so
Guardian.
fine on the
3K
afterplan
in the
here.
previous round.
Players are so close though here from KRU. And there's no flank pressure.
No flank pressure. They're all playing on site, as you were saying. Got to spam through that to try
Jesus,
to get a
that's
kill.
unlucky
Mouse
to not
was
get a
certainly
kill
worse
there.
for wear, just 9 HP to him.
Last player standing.
But a
Didn't
flash
feel
in the
like he
face of the one
put
remaining
enough
member of
bullets into that.
Sentinels and Saucy. And that's just
Okay,
too
nicely
much.
done.
God, I'd be so mad if I was
39,
Saucy there.
9, and
Checking
53.
the HP of Melzer in that corner.
I don't like their A
Hit him with,
hit.
like,
I'm
6
not gonna lie. I don't like this A hit at the moment.
Either way,
I
KRU
hope they
adds a
don't go
bonus,
for that
successful.
too many times, or at
And we'll
least
get a
they. Okay,
timeout
yeah,
after.
maybe they're gonna talk about this A hit.
Question
It
mark?
looks
Early.
Is this
doesn't look great.
all right? No, I guess that's real. Okay. Timeout called by
Camel,
KRU in round
thank you
4.
so much, mate. 8 months. Asking for some boomer slugs, I think. Chat, you know what to do. Let's get some
I'm
boomer
just
slugs in.
immediately waiting to
Thank
see,
you for the
like,
8 months, mate.
Coach Adam.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, what can you really be discussing this early?
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
It's got to be something bad that Adam saw, right?
And the thing is, yeah, I mean, look, he's talking very, very high pace. The thing is, like, you have time to talk about like the surprise.
You want me
of the
to write
comp
it?
that
The
you're
problem
seeing
is
before
that
the game starts. So
Right.
you're able to hypothesize about what is coming,
Hold up.
but not necessarily what actually is happening. So now that they've seen so much focus on the same main, and how Tens is rotating around the map. The thing is, KRU actually hasn't played Cloud9, the other team that is playing this Neon right now, so they don't necessarily have that down. They haven't prepped for that team. Whereas Sentinels is probably stealing a lot from that. So this is a chance to reassess the game plan that you came up with after not having any prep coming into this against this composition.
I mean, you wonder how often they've seen Lotus to begin with. Remember, this is KRU's permaban. They decide to let it go through in this pick and ban, and Sentinels jump right on it.
Funny part is, Golden Boy mentioned like the lock-in comps that were running Neon. Josh said about the footballers comp, but KRU, who went out in the first series against
that what?
IB, did run a Neon comp.
Why does the I? Why
It
does
was
this
much
look
more
like? I
aggressive, and
think
they were trying to
good
use the
luck
wall to go
equals
for
Marv.
plants in that situation, and that is so far away from what the
There is
established
an eye
meta
there.
is about the comps.
That
I was
works.
thinking, okay, they might have some experience against this,
Yeah, there we go.
but actuality is not that because
Shut
it was
up,
so
man.
different.
So different so long ago.
Okay,
with
chat. If
different
anyone
rosters, too.
asks, if anyone's new and asks, actually no, I'm not gonna say because everyone's gonna start trolling. Ignore what I was trying to say. Because I know what you lot are like. Okay, Fonty GDH as well. Thank you. 3 months in the Slug Club chat. Let's get some spam going, so that you lot don't spam who's the IGL instead. Let's get a slug spam going for God's sake.
A lot of times he's by himself. And it's actually really hard to
Okay.
anchor this A side if you aren't playing like a Killjoy or something like that. You have to rely on rotates to come in.
Chat, it's a big round.
And as you were just saying,
Shut up.
seconds here alone, there are rotates that are starting to come through. You see Tens is on the move. Saucy's not far off either. Cascade just went all the way off.
Yeah, that's
We
the
got
push
30
into
seconds on
tree.
this one.
Now they have the Reckoning. They're going to settle on this A side. There's no other choice here.
There we
for
go,
KRU.
you idiots. You've got that for 1 round
Without
now.
having cleared B side of any
Enjoy it.
nanoforms.
Yeah, I mean, Pan,
They're gonna go for it though. Reckoning in, yeah, they have this choice actually.
they put the high tide up to deny some of the vision early on. Trailblazer cleared, spike planted. Where do they go from
Okay.
here?
This is now a hard retake because they actually have the points that we said they're pretty good. The problem is again, it's
There
this
is no
plant
lurk
and
or
not a
anything
good
going on
plant.
from Arb. He's joined alongside the rest of his team, so nothing.
So
like
again,
that
once
that
they actually
KRU
go
have
over
to
towards
deal
the
with.
site and
His
touch it,
advantage.
it's very hard to just swing out, and it's all about the people that just died in this angle.
Make that a third.
Oh
I mean,
god,
they're
they don't.
demolished what KRU have put up here.
Ah man,
He's saving.
that's
Yeah,
unlucky. Well,
there's opportunities for Mollies through the little window there inside of a link, but I was like, get out of my way, Zach.
oh god, I can't click on it. I can't remove it.
Isn't it crazy? I'm
Backfired.
pretty sure Zekken has played more Killjoy in professional matches than he has played Omen or Controller. And Pankata's on the team.
Wait, if I put it on the background, it's a little bit more easy to
playing
see.
this sentinel role for this team.
Straight above
So
the
you
head.
have to imagine
Oh,
he's
that's much
finally
better.
getting comfortable.
That's great.
But you're right, his resume is that of a world-class controller.
And you got two of them. Obviously, Martin is going to be playing in any of those single controller
Okay.
situations.
Now,
Maybe it's not obvious. I don't know.
I really don't like KRU's after plant over towards B. It's yeah, it doesn't. They're kind of almost there. The priority spot is great. Like they got the priority spot, but they don't have the plant. Because if you plant here, then this has to be the priority spot. If you plant here, then this has to be the priority spot. They're mixing them up. So maybe they don't know. It's okay.
Ooh, this re-aggro here could catch Exetti.
He dinked him, but he fell for it.
Sentinels coming out a lot of these rounds straight up A pressure all the time. They do not want them to take A for free, and they're going super aggro a lot of the time. They're kind of just fine to just force them over towards C.
One of them is Pankata, who's got that turret close by.
It's so frequent that they're not even getting in towards the C side because of those mollies.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, just playing both of the mollies on this side is so suffocating. Ketsen's never dashing in until after, too.
Yeah. The mollies, the nano swarms. I mean,
Yeah, they're in for this as well. Orcs nice and early on in the game. Try and make sure you can build up your economy. Less people die, the better. And you can kind of just snowball into the rest of the game with actual econ. Again, your actual economy is more important than your ult economy. So using your ult a little bit freely in the first 6-7 rounds of the game makes a lot of sense. We like that. And that literally creates the perfect outcome. They save, they wreck their money in terms of 1,000 on these, and everyone here gets 3,000. Just what they needed. So, that all was beyond worth.
KRU struggling again. And for them, I was actually expecting a little bit more whimsy here from them. I was expecting, you know, Keston to be, I mentioned how he wasn't really dashing in.
And the idea is why Pankata stays on Killjoy and Zekken goes to Omen. That's kind of what that's kind of why I was asking if Pankata likes playing Sentinel, because this would have been the chance to switch up the roles a little bit, right? So it sounds like he enjoys this more, or this is where he wants to be in terms of role wise.
It's kind of surprising so far on this map. Like you said, they haven't been playing Lotus very often.
I mean, on the other side of the timeout that we saw, it hasn't been any aggression towards A. It's been a lot towards B, or C, excuse me, and this time they're rewarded for a kill onto Marv. They get the word, put it in.
Barla's just saying, Barla is just staying silent for that one.
Pretty far away from his reckoning. But I think he's the only good option in that instance.
Oh boy.
I think Marv got lost there. Flash.
It's a aggression A again.
Good jump spot. And Zekken is really getting the info down here.
He's getting the info. He's doing it from an area of safety.
Oh man, that one really got me. I'm not gonna lie.
Flash now too.
That one really got me.
Yeah, Saucy now to flash for him. That's not Saucy.
No.
Go Tens, go. Do Tens thing.
Can't forget it. They're gonna replay it, aren't they?
They all went tree here though.
Player standing.
And they were all there waiting for him.
They all looked at Tens though.
They all shot at Tens too.
Bot coming back.
Yeah, it looks like Pankata's just playing for exits here.
I think he's gonna go for a ninja defuse.
You think so?
Yeah, what do you think?
We haven't had one yet.
They're gonna open the door, all run that way.
Yeah, there's the door.
He's gonna take away the turret somehow.
That's step one. What's step two?
Turret goes away. They don't check this.
Damage is good here.
He kills them all.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
We didn't get much further.
Okay, much needed round from KRU, but they need to start getting a lot in the road because, again, they just gave them so much money with that save round.
Okay, so what was different there for KRU? I mean, Zekken ultimately fell, right? Saucy wasn't able to help him rotate in time. But is that it? Is that the key for KRU? Just continue to hit A.
Well, I
knowing
think
second, maybe the area of weakness.
The last time KRU stalled because they were looking for that orb to get the reckoning on that A hit.
Sure.
This time, they disrespected Zek and Smoke, and I think that makes sense because, like I said earlier, there's no anchor on this A side. There's no, I mean, there is Zekin, but he doesn't have that same amount of stalls. So they just went for the flash. They know he's solo playing there, and it was very easy to get the kills to follow up on that. So I think there, they
We
recognized the
finally
situation.
get
They noticed
their
it was only Zek
economy a
playing on the
little
side,
bit low.
and they're
This is
happy
looking
to
nice.
push
They
that.
speed it up. They're keeping it relatively simple, and honestly,
Same setup
I
from
like
Sassy
that.
and Tenz,
They got
and they're
two good
getting
ults that combo
really
well. Killjoy ult pushed them back,
Very
Viper ult to win the round. Do they have the good Viper ult? I've seen two variations. There was one team that did the sickest variation where it lurked over towards here. This one's just as good though. You have a little segment to sit in here. It goes over towards spawn. I'm so fine with this one.
Seconds already fallen. Traded back though. And
Well, there goes the
that could be the
Viper.
problem here.
As long as they don't get broken.
That was-
Wait, the pit's down. Actually, I'm sure
Well.
he's the one to fall.
Sassy did great.
Marv playing on
They
the
have
side as
no
well
map
for now.
control. This is hard for KRU to win even though they have the
Desmond
person
Weed.
advantage.
Sentinel starting to
Well,
encroach
that
on
helps.
the site, slowly taking the space.
That helps a lot as well. Nicely done from Kesnet to actually create some kind of crossfire. Damn, they don't lose anyone.
Nothing really
It's
doing here for
impressive.
Sentinels.
Okay, they're getting a grip on it. At the moment now, there's one person that can't buy in terms of
Given what we've
Sassy.
seen the last
What do
couple
they
rounds, I
decide to do?
expected KRU to do a bit of the same. You make a
Everyone's
lot
got
of
money,
contact, you make a lot
Sassy
of
does
noise,
not.
and then you rotate back A,
Do
and I
they
thought
take...
Sentinels were gonna have
Okay,
the jump
they're
on
going
it,
to talk about it a
given
little
the
bit.
flank that you mentioned from Tenz and Sassy, but
And
it was
at
a
the
full
moment,
hit
they've
C.
been prioritizing
Worked out.
A control in terms of going aggro over towards A, and they're pretty passive over towards C. So timeout comes in. Honestly, the thing I would be expecting is something relatively simple, just some aggro over towards C, maybe B, and they just play a little bit more aggro and don't give them C control within like the first 10 seconds.
Adam does too. Timeout
Sidem,
called
what's
this
up,
time
what's
from
up?
Sentinels, so both teams have used one of the two that they're allotted in this map. So 1 round lead for Sentinels here, early on Lotus.
And some of the things definitely in the setup getting abused here out of Sentinels. Specifically, they're able to get to kills on the Sassy and Pancada before anything really
Jesus,
happens.
Neil.
They're mostly actually allowing that site take, given the
Neil
flank
starts
coming in,
wearing a suit,
saying, let's
and then
play
he's out here
retake in that
giving it now.
situation.
Neil,
But
you
that's
changed, man.
allowing the pit, and obviously the pit went down. But you have to play so much differently when you're trying to fight that, and then all of a sudden, when the situation changes, you have to then play it differently again, and you have to be quick with it.
He gave it
For a
first.
team
Oh yeah,
that
of course it's
probably has
Bacan.
no protocols. Let's be honest. here.
Right, so they do decide
With
to
the
try
amount
and
of changes
squeeze
that
out a
have gone on
buy
so
here.
far.
So this is a massive round, especially, well,
That's a tough
just for
ask.
both teams.
Who's
KRU
back
starting
in?
to get their money out of control. It's been nice these 2 rounds. Been very clean, very
Kesnet has
convincing. And
gone
Sentinels
way
called a
back up
timeout, and as we
in
can
terms of
see,
form.
fighting over towards C like we predicted.
KRU have
Makes a
gone
lot
way
of
back
sense.
towards this
KRU
A
reading
main
this
push
now
early.
want to take over towards
We
A
haven't
because
seen this
most
since the other
likely
side of the
A
timeout.
is free. And interesting, they don't actually fully go
And
out.
it's a good read out of this timeout, specifically recognizing, okay, Sentinels is probably expecting us to continue with the C hit, given all of our A main aggression.
They're not
And now
actually
they've left
playing
Tenz
aggro. I
all
think
alone,
they're
which is
waiting
fine
for the
because
orb, and then they
if
were going to
hit the
try
other
and
side,
swing
he can
out.
rotate fast. If they hit this side, he could get out and play retake.
We're never gonna find out. Either way, Flash goes really deep, and they completely clear it. The Killjoy does ping that it's happened, so he's giving the info over towards his team
Very
in case they
reminiscent of
wanna
how Bind is played.
change up their mid round.
Evolving door hit. You see Melser tucking in the smoke. And this is already drawn over the rotations from Sentinels. Remember, it was just 10s here at the beginning of the round. Now Sassy and Zekin are close by.
Oh, they're gonna. It looks for a second.
Yeah, you can see the temptation.
He can spam at some point here.
There's just no real knowledge. There's no cue that that's where they are. But they're going to push into the panel. They're going to push into Pancada. And he's flashed. He still gets a kill. Meanwhile, Tenz goes aggressive. Just 2 left for KRU. Make
Damn,
that one.
Pancada. Stronghold from him.
Pancada there.
Yeah, I think Pancada with 3 on the round. Well, hang on. We're not out of the woodwork yet.
No, he has to get spiked though. This is so tough.
Yeah, actually, never mind. We may be out of the woodwork.
10 seconds left.
Even if Pancada goes down,
Oh, he has.
yeah, Zekin's nowhere near him.
the turret block.
This is forced betrayal. Top 10 anime betrayals right there.
That's incredible.
That's her. What are you doing,
It's like the
bro?
Valorant door stuck version.
Unlucky.
I thought he was trolling at first. I was like, oh, he knows the round's over. I thought he was trolling. But no, it was his turret.
That's
Just
incredible.
blocking him in. That's so funny. I don't think I've seen that.
It's funnier still when you consider that the last remaining member of crew just ran around it. On the other side. Like,
One enemy remaining. Spike down. Don't give them
back into the action. 2-round lead for Sentinels.
Okay, so
It was an important round for them, especially money-wise, right? We talked about it. Still, the change-up's happening over towards C. Same thing again. 4 people starting here. They're wanting to... It looks like they want them to take this bit of map control, then they take it back instantly with the flashes. Probably Sky Flash, Omen Flash, something like that.
No Trailblazer, nothing.
But yeah, Sentinels change up their plan. Crew also changing up their plan. Right, they just switched it from the C over towards A, so both teams changing it up
It's so deep.
in the pause. That's a good trade.
Kesnet looking for another, but
Second had a really good time in there.
The perfect time.
A little bit sloppy from Crew, no one holding that, to be honest.
They don't throw the orb because normally Asheti is actually throwing that orb slightly later in the round. So they just walked up past and try to fight before that orb even lands, and it almost catches them by surprise. I think they should have gotten more there. I think they should have gotten both kills on that site.
Yeah. If not for a second, they're controlling the cross from stairs.
Yeah, the wall timing was really slow.
Yep.
Last player standing.
Just one left now for Crew. It's Davies, who does have the spike in hand, but just looking to
30
min-max
seconds
whatever he
left.
can get out of this round.
Bot coming back.
You wonder here if, depending on how Davies chooses to play, oh, he was actually just going to get the orb, so that's now locked down the line.
That's crazy. That's
10
a
seconds
15-second orb pickup.
A meaningful one at that.
Yeah, we're coming down to the tail end of this half.
Turret down.
And you start to see more opportunities.
Very
for
nice
Sentinels
again
to
for
take the lead
Sentinels,
on
3
the
alive.
defensive side of Lotus, mind you.
Sorry,
They're
4
gonna
alive.
have the pit, Marv's pit. They're going to have Pankata's ult as well. I mean, they have some tools here. They have some options.
This is already a great
Financially,
off.
It seems like they may buffer themselves well, given that Tens has his ult too.
Tens was ready for that. Good out of him, because Saucy was flashing way deeper to get info whether they were out completely.
Yeah.
And not really using it as a
Peeks now.
flash.
Get out of my way.
Same setup again for Sentinels. 4 people here at the beginning. Still just waiting for this control to punish it. It just hasn't happened yet.
The first half is slowing down tremendously, as is the rest of Crew, to be honest. We've seen this look before, and that's going to draw out the ult from Marv.
Marv is a lineup for this ult here. I'm not sure exactly what the point of it is, but it's definitely specifically positioned for that one. Here's a pocket to fall back so you can play it inside a waterfall. A little pocket on top of the rail too.
Question I have here is how Crew choose to play taking the same main space. If they're just going to contact or use some of the utility that they haven't made a single bit of noise.
It's been the same thing over and over. Use the orb, flash through, use the cascade to cover out tree. Second just got so much info. They stopped
That's a lot of info. That speeds them
That's
up.
very
A side's pretty much open though. It's nice util from Crew. Love that. Love this play. Going for another. Ah, he hit his head. It's unlucky. Killjoy goes in. It's the plant 4 here, so they need to try and prioritize a few more people over towards this bit. Yeah, Killjoy's going there now.
Deep flash out from Saucy as the spike continues to tick away. Melser's only
Honestly,
able to
did
get
great to
one,
get
but
one there. I thought he wasn't going to get anything.
Numbers Crew's way, including the key one in Kesnet, who still has blades.
Enemy remaining. Last
It's a 1v1
player
now.
standing.
Marv, how cold can he be? The tap! It's a right click out from Kesnet, not landing. He's going to have a sheriff now, and that's going to force the hand.
Nicely
It's
handled.
just not enough.
Sentinels might need to just switch this up instead of doing the 4-person.
And Kesnet with the knives
Yeah, they're
did such
pinging a
good
lot
job.
over towards A. It feels like
Obviously
they actually
closing
want
up
to
the round,
shut
but
down
also that
over
initial
towards A.
pick
Maybe they're
of
going to invest the
drafting
Omen
up
Flash.
over the high tide from drop right here. Also with the Seeker. So TenZ has so much to deal with in that instance. And the final kill was really easy, obviously, but he did so because of that pressure that Marv has to actually get half into the round already again.
Oh no, okay, they're still going for it. They were tempted because I saw that.
That's a great start.
That is a nice
lovely.
start.
Yeah, given that we've seen TenZ hit that same stun,
Yeah.
this time getting
They
a
take
kill
out the
on
Viper
Viper
as
I
well.
think
It's a
for
good
Ashedi
kill.
there, you're also thinking that
Sentinel
TenZ is
still
using his
4
speed
people
to
over
get
towards
past,
C
so
at the
he's just
beginning. Still
spraying,
hasn't happened.
Trying to catch a little bit of chip damage on the way through. So TenZ actually stops short and gets the shot onto him without seeing him, obviously. But it's just such a nice little pre-fire based off of how Ashedi has been playing. And he's been getting picked a lot.
They're split here, and Second has gotten so far up off the back of the trail.
Yeah, this is
Look at
nice.
cheeky angle.
This is a lot of control.
He's not going to be detected by the alarm bot. Depending on which way they go, if Davies rotates or if the spike is the one that rotates, Zekin might be able to end the round himself. Oh, they've trapped him.
No.
They've trapped him.
He's trapped them. He's trapped them.
They
And he
rotate back and he hears all of
He
this.
stays tucked. He doesn't go back.
He hears all of this. Well, can
It's gonna
definitely
leave him in a
rotate
really
out.
nice position for a late flank.
30 seconds left.
The thing is that Alarmbot's not going to do anything either, obviously, because Davies is dead, so the rest of crew are going to funnel out onto the side off the back of the Reckoning. But Sentinels want to flood. Look, they're already on site. They're dropping in from the heavens, and they're both dropping down into the next round.
Spike down A.
Second's going to be on this late flank, and Sasi attempts to delay for just a moment, but
enemy
President's got him red.
That timing is so unlucky.
Second's going to have to make a big play. 2 to deal with. Oh, and it's just 1 dealt with. Keznit
It was
gets
nicely
3
done
on the
from
round
crew.
as
I
Crew
kind of
get 5.
wanted to see something a bit more organized from
the
Sentinels because it was like a,
Tigers
it was a 3v5,
Can they
right?
do it?
It
I
was.
thinking this is pretty
This is a
impressive from
bad round to
Sentinels,
lose,
still
really. They're
maintaining
here.
that defensive
It's
sidedness of this
3v5. They get
Neon
information of all
That
3,
Cloud9 has
or
been
sure, we're given the
putting up
benefit
to
of
the
the doubt
forefront,
and
but I
say
thought that
like
was
2 maybe he
Cloud9.
had
Now,
out of
because
this.
it
We
was
at least know it's the
comp or anything like that,
majority.
Lotus is generally a
And then
tap-sided,
like
one of
the
most
plan once they
attack-sided
got,
maps in the pool.
the plan was just
So I was wondering
the
how
plan
many
wasn't
did Crew
good.
actually
Is
do
what
here?
I'm saying. Tens wanted to go for a swing, then realized that he shouldn't be going for a swing, and then they all kind of got
Variation here.
here,
Sentinels have 3
and then they
towards
went
A.
down, and then they were split up.
Stun's a little different. They dropped the paranoia and the flash out from Sasi.
I do like how TenZ is not using his fast lane here, but the fast lane usage in general hasn't been there.
He's taking the Trailblazer space. Remember, this is similar to the pistol round. He uses the ult, tries to tag 1. It's
Nice
just
shot.
damage dealt.
That didn't work last time. But it must have worked in scrims or something. Because that... Yeah, I don't know.
Bada, man. I like how as we're getting deeper and deeper in the splits, like casters are getting a little bit
Tagged
a little bit antsy, a little bit freer to give some
Trailblazer
flame out.
cleared out, and Zekin has to give the space up.
We saw it from Banzi and
Teleports to
IPOC.
safety. There's not a
We're
whole lot of
seeing
time
it
left in
here.
this round here.
Wave crashing.
You still have decent delay tools too.
Walls up.
Marvin and Sasi are once again ahead of the play. They're going to be rotating over to A before Crew are even out. And it's going to leave Makata in this brutal situation where if they try to get in through panel, he's going to have to do it on his own.
30 seconds left.
Like Sassy,
Seekers
Hasn't
invested.
really got the
Sasi's
gun
trying
for
to
this.
dance around it.
double judge for a
Long
retake.
gun use. Makato's waiting in the judge. On the other side, and you
Watch
can
your
see
tech
Marvin's
like
ready
that.
for it too.
Ooh, savior.
What is
15,
happening?
yeah, 15 seconds left. They managed to get the spike down.
Seekers and these guys have a judge and a stinger.
That was such,
Can they actually get Vandals here?
such a labored fight. I don't know that they're in a,
Both
yeah,
picked
they
up.
both have gotten Vandals. They use the Seekers to pave the way. Now a 2v2, Klaus 53 HP. You've got Davies, who's all the way up in heaven, making sure there's just nobody pushing him from spawn, but that may be too much for Klaus
Such a
to handle.
strong angle, that
Deals
one
with the
from
first.
Klaus. If you don't have any pressure tree, it's just...
Sasi's gonna have to do it on his own.
He saw his gun barrel.
Card stacked against him. How does he deal?
4
Nano in
bullets.
his lap. Flashback side, a second one. Just biding time. 4 bullets left. Is that gonna be enough? Davies, healthy. The tap. It's a swing and it's a kill
Nicely
from
handled.
Davies. A
Tell you what,
6-6
good
out.
recovery from crew. It was looking really one-sided, and then he managed to get a lot of rounds into it. I'm glad they stopped going B, to be honest. I didn't like a lot of their B after plant, and then everything else over towards A was looking really
And
good.
you mentioned those Seekers going out. those actually allowed them to get the
Felt like
weapons,
Sentinels actually
but
looked a
it
little
did
bit weak
waste
on the
the
like
secrets
A
in the sense that
retakes.
they're not actually able to capitalize on the position of Davies and his teammate too. So it's actually a 6-6. We get all tied up, all even.
Remember,
Jerk,
Davies hasn't been with us
Jerk,
for the
thank you
last
so much.
couple
Jerk
weeks,
underscore
2 weeks,
3.
if I'm not mistaken.
Appreciate you. 6
He's
months.
back and he's clutching things out for his
Thank
team
you,
already.
thank you.
We're actually going to toss it down to Sideshow, which always just
With
feels
the
like
Prime.
a dangerous thing
Thank
to
you very
say,
much,
but
mate.
he is standing by with the sideline report.
Thank you, Doug. No danger here, though. I've had the opportunity to have a listen into the comms on Sentinels for this halftime. As we know, they recently got rid of their IGL Def, or they parted ways, I should say. And having previously listened to how Def likes to call his teams, he's a very micro-based caller. He likes to always have a game plan, tell each player on the team where they should be going, and in some sense dominates the comms. Now, that can be a good thing, that can be a bad thing as well. But Sentinels have gone into a different direction now. With Marved at the helm, in theory, their comms sound much more open for everybody to have that input. And in fact, it has ended up being, in my opinion, much more input from Zekken and Sassy compared to Marved on that first half because of Marv's positioning over on the C side where he's away from the action a lot of the time. It's still very puggy, obviously, as you would expect from Sentinels, because they haven't had time to really practice with this roster for a long time. But you're getting all of that input from each of the players. We also saw a great tactical timeout that called there from Kaplan, where he's able to inform the team on some stuff. Not going to go into specifics, but it helped out the team to get a grasp of what they were doing on the defense side. But what I'm interested in looking forwards is whether they can set up those good game plans and get clean retakes happening into the future maps, let's say. Because out of the rounds in which they won that weren't just the pistol and the follow-up, 3 out of 4 of those 1 rounds on the defense were by stalling the team out instead of going for retakes. And those retake protocols, the setting up of plans, and the way in which they're going to move around the map, that's the kind of stuff that takes the practice, that takes an IGL to set up plans at the beginning, rather than just having everybody communicate what they're doing in the moment. This is definitely a team that is still figuring things out, but there are a lot of voices and a lot of experience on this squad. Will they be able to make it happen here? It's completely dead even at the half, so we'll have to see, and I'll send things back over to Doug and Bala for the rest of the cast.
Nice, okay.
Thank you so much, Josh.
What IGLing do you prefer, micromanaging or more just overall? I think when you micromanage, especially in this game, everything's fast, everything needs fast reactions. A lot of micromanaging can be a little bit overwhelming and you're not going to frag that well. I think you need like kind of a good mix. It's nice to have people that can think off on their own feet and kind of like feed you back information to make more shot calls.
Defensive side is a much more
So,
collaborative effort.
not the
Here,
biggest
it's
fan
a
of like
much more focus
crazy
on the initial call and then the
crazy
mid-range
amounts of
follow-up. And we heard a
micromanagement.
clip of him doing that earlier on in the split against Loud. And that was a game where he had so much impact on this.
Ever
third,
cast
so
a
he's
game?
calling just a
Nah.
walk up C behind
I'll
their wall.
do a try cast, but
Controlling
I'm not
now.
casting a game. It's too hard.
And Sassy has a trailblazer still that they might want to execute once this cycle is down for Machete.
Sun back sight. Attempting to clear the nano. Does go off, but doesn't deal any damage. They've been able to navigate around
Takes
it.
so
Dance
much
around the
control.
utility. The traps
This
that have
is
been left
this is what's
and have
important.
done
They're
so
trying to make sure they
flawlessly.
have no map control, but that kill gives them a
here
lot of
was
map
really
control.
nice.
It's a
The
good plant
paranoia
for here
and
as well if they want
acting
to.
Specifically from the Sentinels players, really good.
3-player
They
flank.
kinda
from
just
Crew.
flipped the
Alarm
sight
can
on them.
spot them, but I mean, how do they understand that it's 3 on the other side? So flash that stun is so good.
How?
But a great response up from Kesnet.
And they're scrambling here on the back of sight.
Davies is a little bit slow to get here. He's gonna have to be pacey, and Paqueta's there. He's ready. He's waiting, but he wasn't ready enough.
Time is a factor.
2v2. It's all on to Meltzer.
remaining.
But you're right.
What?
May be the big difference maker here. Zekken tucking. Zekken getting the kill, and Sentinels getting the pistol.
Wow,
An
I like
anonymous
that.
gifter,
Actually,
thank
a
you
lot
so
of
much,
mindset
whoever
from
you are,
Meltzer.
gifting over 5.
Recognizing he's low on time, recognizing that Zekken is
Thank
gonna
you,
be
thank
able
you,
to
Chaz.
actually
Get a
break
lot
down
of
that orb.
slug approved. Spam in for the
Easily
5
find the
gifted.
angle
Thank
on
you,
him.
Anon, whoever you are.
And
Appreciate
also
that. Thank you
recognizing
for the
that he's
support, mate.
isolated and stuck inside a waterfall, so he can 100% take that fight with the time remaining and potentially get back. I'm not sure if he had enough time to get back, but
Okay, Sheriff, I
well
like
done
the
for
sound of that.
Sentinels. That
Okay,
hit was
welcoming in, we
really
have
nice.
Hustlers
And then
Creek.
also being able to
No
handle the
username.
bad flank that was going on because of Ten's
No
push in the
usernames left
back.
here.
Who's that? Drew Spark in the back.
This
Oh,
is gonna Chris Dior, Jake, and Keros as well.
Pistol round
Welcome
out
into
for
the
Crew,
Slug
choosing
Club.
not to force
Got
just a short
gifted.
in hand from
Say
Meltzer,
thank you over towards the Anon.
which, I mean,
Again,
we
mate, I
got to see
appreciate that. Thank you, whoever you are.
some outrageous shorty antics.
And Curious.
Really across the globe.
Curious. Yeah. 2 months in the Slug Club. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate you jumping Prime on me. Nearly caught me out with your name.
Trailblazer through as well. Mark handling.
It's an eco, so maybe I can
The
read this
backside
one.
of the hit right there.
What do you think of the general quality and pro play in relation to CS Core? Core Hiko stream, we said was commenting on how poor Valorant reaction to pro basic team play and discipline is. I mean, yeah, the discipline is definitely a lot lower, but it's definitely a different game. You can get away with a lot more. But in terms of like a blanket statement, the discipline definitely isn't on the levels of like CS. But also in this game, I think you can get away with a lot more than you can in CS. So I'm not saying that warrants all of the overpeaking and the lack of team play, but I think it's a little bit different.
He's hunting him now. Made it clear where
But he is
by
right.
tapping
Like,
the door.
oh, that was a nice swing.
Hit him with the
But
popping
the
swing.
general
Water rising.
the general discipline is.
We love a good
Oh my goodness,
Wiggly wall is so good.
that's sick.
That wasn't very wiggly though.
The general discipline is kind of lacking a little bit,
It
but
needed a little bit more wiggle. The wiggly wall needed some more wiggle.
How much
it's like a
wiggle
thin
can
line
wiggle
when you have
wall
jets.
do if a wiggle
It's
wall-
definitely right for a lot of people that aren't on jets and stuff like that. But
Needed more
when you're on
wiggle. The
jets
wall
and
needed
stuff,
more
it's hard
wiggle.
to find the right level.
One enemy remaining.
Take a look at a couple of kills coming through from Sentinels once again as they take the round. Up 2 now.
And it's been a very confident approach out of the Sentinels players here.
Yes, it has.
Based off of the call that's going on. And I think it's based off of this.
Sankata, yeah, I agree. I'm the same as that
really
as well.
not having a lot
Like the
to-
freedom, there it is. We see it. This is becoming so common. When
my
do they
God.
decide to change that, do you reckon? Will they decide to change it? When do they decide to change it? Oh, Xedi just wasn't expecting the
Things are
extra
falling
pass in here.
apart, both sides of
And the
map, they're getting
bonus
kills on.
kind of snowballs out of
Tens is
control
in.
with this one.
I'm out of here.
Tens is out of there. And he's back in. The paranoia to clear the way.
Here.
You see the set of classes waiting on the other side with the flash to try to swing around it, and he does.
Okay. Davies with the spam.
And that's 1 kill.
Trailblazer allows them in. The Cascade 2 is really good.
Melser has gotten so far up.
Second Cascade. to
Keep
block
it taking
even
credit.
further.
I
He's
mean,
gonna be past it.
Fnatic could do that every single round with an
Now they're
Odin,
dead. They've
so it's
invested
nothing
the
like.
Seeker super early, and well, I mean, I guess
Oh, the
if you
flash
want, why not?
almost caught them. There's a nice turn from Sassy there. Yeah, this is a nightmare for KRU. They lose the bonus. Money's not here.
I've seen in the meta.
They're on the defense side of Lotus. Pretty much done this one, but we'll see.
Nobody really actually
Logic,
doing
I
something
missed
like
your gift,
that
yeah.
from Saucy. That is nasty. Poor Kesman.
Logic, thank you so much, Chad. Let's get some slug approves in. Sorry that I missed that, Logic. Sure, it says, you're a pretty boy. Thank you for that. Welcome in.
For this team.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you very
On these
much.
strats and the calls, they're getting both picks on both sides of the map and then instantly pivoting. I mean, they're getting on these
Thank you
sites.
for the gifted,
They're probably
mate.
hitting the site faster than they have all season long right now. In these first 3 rounds.
Another
It is confident, it
sub
is
as well.
decisive.
Dude, I don't know the translate of this, but I appreciate you saying. I'm from Japan. You have little English, but my English is easy to understand, so it's fun. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the sub as well. Dude, 9 months as well. Thank you so much
They
for that.
cascaded themselves off to get that weapon, but doesn't allow them to follow up on the kill on Pancata.
So just a low buy, this one.
They got half of
Not
what they
expecting
wanted.
too
They
much. We'll
actually
kind of
just
see
handed
what
the handle over to
damage
Davies, too.
KRU can do.
Front
Banzam,
line stands, too.
Banzam, thank you for the 9 months, and
James
thank
has
you for
the
saying
armor
that as
here,
well,
that's why.
mate. I appreciate you.
Safer, more secure hands, at least more armored up. You've got Kesna who's waiting close by up in heaven, but man, what can you really do with just a Vandal? And that's, I mean, there it is. You're finding value.
Whoa.
That was gross.
That was
That
snappy.
wasn't gross enough to convert to much
It's
more.
good damage,
Melser now the only one who remains in time.
but they need to start
is
getting
short.
some rounds now.
Can he get out? Which way?
Ah.
Don't go that way.
I think it's because the door's closed.
Hesitation.
Ay, ay, ay.
Hesitation on that one cost him.
Ay, ay, ay.
Sphinx number 9
Rough
as
for
well.
Sentinels every single round. They're
He
just
said, cheers
having their way
mate,
with the
appreciate
map.
the endless entertainment.
Just
Absolute
running
pleasure
up,
mate, thank you for saying that
trailblazering. I
as
mean,
well.
We've seen it on C, we've seen it on A twice now.
Appreciate the 4 months as well. Thank you very much. I'll even put the little slug up.
I mean, good to see Davies, who, by the way, was injured last week. That's why he didn't play. With tendonitis in the elbow, which, I mean, has a major effect on you. I'm surprised to even see him playing in a situation that there's, again, they don't have playoff hopes or anything like that.
What team has the most discipline?
But you can tell he's snappy.
It might be Lev, to be honest. Yeah, it might be Lev. DRX are pretty disciplined. Lev have crazy discipline, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like they never really step out of line ever.
Now just starting to expire.
Loud. See, I think some of the new boys are relatively loose, though. Some of them.
Sentinels now obviously going to pack the crowd, but then NRG Loud later. I mean, a match that everybody's been looking forward to the entire season.
Aspas, I think Aspas finds a really good level, if I'm honest. But I agree, he is also, yeah, he is also a god. So it's like you want to give him freedom. Fnatic overheat a lot. Yeah, I think they do as well. They just have a lot of talent.
Snowball this. You see their money, it's plentiful.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's definitely a lot less than it used to be. If you look at Durka from a year ago to now, it's kind of insane. He used to do it a lot. He's really honed in when to and when to not kind of over peak, or when he's kind of won in terms of map control and not overextending. Okay, let's tune into this one because it's a really big round. Really big round. This is the one that KRU needs to win. They got 2 ults into it, and then money is in. Oh my goodness. A retake of 8, and this is the spike. Oh god, Sassy owned it with that. And they kind of didn't fully commit, even though they all went in. There was 2 of them. I don't know if there was some extra util here that I missed, but it felt like KRU halved this. There was 4 of them there and like 2 committed. I don't know if there was like a shot missed or something, but there should have been an extra trade there, in my opinion.
You can almost see the kill, seeing where the X's are in the minimap. You can almost envision exactly how it went down. Lined up, spam through utility. It doesn't get much easier than that.
The closest playing perfect Valorant, it is still Fnatic though. Even though I said they do sometimes still have those overheat things in. Oh boy.
2 traded back.
30 seconds left.
A collat, the spike picked back up, and he saw it go up, but what I don't know if they saw was Marv slipping through. Right.
What a nice round individually. Holy hell, you kind of brought them back into this.
That right there was everybody playing like Marv, and you could see the call. Let's dry walk. And the thing is, inexperience maybe in situations like that, calling in that instance against an op.
This is nice.
Easy now. That's a short.
Yeah, I like that. He played really well, hasn't it?
He's just dropping down to try to get an orb here.
Yeah.
Get some plant money.
Yeah, that's
Which again,
smart.
they have an abundance of. It's not like they're broke.
That's a huge round. I mean, Kazan just shuts it down completely. We're going to see that double for sure. Because I'm interested who was up in that situation for Sentinels. And did they have any tools to actually play against the op? Did they have a Trailblazer? Probably not. Saucy's been using it early. It was Saucy alive, though. And Tens, too. So I'm looking to see, in that instance, instead of just going dry, because obviously they had the man advantage.
Sentinels have a lot of ults here, and this is now a perfect round for them to try and reset the econ. 2 people, you give them a 1-9 loss bonus, it's nothing, so go real fast. Omen all out, they stick it. It's a great Omen flash. No way. It's really unlucky from Zach and nicely done from 30. They flood the site anyway, Killjoy ult goes down, we have nothing to do with this. Oh my god, what are some of these? They're still going for the plant though. But where are they going to go?
Position to actually use the op here on the flank, but he has knives too.
Barb is close by, Saucy is too. It's 1 for 1 for now. There are the knives, and the knives connect.
Nicey handle from KRU. All right.
He's alive.
They might pause.
They're still
Feels like it's getting a little bit loose.
That was a great flank from Kazan, and also was fast enough to deny Pancata the space to get out of that ult. And again, in some instances there, you're going to have a team who's able to say, okay, let's flash, let's go push this waterfall ult. But not this early for a team. And the only player who's running out of the ult from their own side, from their C side, was Pancata. Everybody else is pushing spawn.
Gap reduced to 2 for KRU. A little bit of early spam out from Ashedi.
I mean, he's been caught so many times with that.
Yeah, that's bold.
I'm happy
I like
to see him
this. They
go
cut
for it
this off,
still.
flash over towards here. They get full
It's part of your
info,
game style.
and then they put the op over towards A. So full info now, and they can heavy stack. They can go for a 2-2, 1-3, whatever they want to do.
He's got a lot of killjoy utility. to
So
help
this
him
is
out
a very nice run from KRU still.
Alarm bot
The
to
orb is
come
still
from
here,
flat.
right? If they wanted to.
And
Oh.
they explode right out onto the side.
Damn, look at the util.
The nanos,
Strong.
everything, man. He just gets melted instantly. What a hold from Davies.
Down, C.
Yeah, really, really strong. There's too many
Much
people
sooner
here.
than we
KRU just set up
expected
the
here.
one
After that
person, like we
start
said
from
earlier,
Sentinels.
just
I mean,
numbers
remember, that was a
towards
4-round
these
lead.
two
They were
areas.
10-6 at one point.
I mean, this high tide too. They don't know what's on the other side. Now they know that at least somebody's committed to it. Especially with Kesnet flanking last round, they really don't have the space to go back.
30 seconds left.
Once again, they cut noise and they pause for a moment.
Last player standing.
Nice round from him.
Davies has the ace. Potentially on the other side of this. He's going to get a shot at him. Klaus takes it away. Either way, KRU get to 9.
Surely a timeout now.
Starting to see smiles out of them, too.
I know, yeah.
Starting to feel it.
KRU, I mean, anything that they can get is a consolation prize for them. I mean, you don't want to be ending 0-8 or 0-9 in the season. They're playing Cloud9 next week, so this is really their only real chance, I'd say, at breaking that and preventing them to be one of the only teams
Wait,
here.
nothing happens from this replay, right?
Kesnet's just holding the line. Very important job.
Must
there.
have missed that one.
Timeout called from Sentinels. They're
Must
still
have missed
hanging
that
on to a
one.
1-round lead, but man, if KRU
Hits
come
Brian,
roaring back,
thank you so much, man.
3 in a row.
Thank
to
you
keep
for
this
sending
thing
as well,
competitive,
Hips
to keep
Brian.
it interesting.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the 4 months.
And, you know, it's
With the
funny,
Prime
I
as
wanna
well.
go
Thank
back,
you for
'cause
all your
there's
support.
actually a lot of, while the rosters were very different, there is a lot of history between these two squads. It was at halftime that we saw the stat, but I want to go back to it. The last time these two teams played, it was KRU who was playing spoiler for Sentinels back in 2021 at Champs. Had an elimination game to get out of groups. KRU was the one to take them down. So again, roster's very different, but I mean, Tens was there. And you know that when you, as a competitor, when you get the opportunity to get a little revenge, it's a
really important round. Money is not going to be good after this. They are on the
Especially
2-9 loss
fans
bonus.
and
They
the
do
order
have
taking
some
a lot back
ults.
to that
They're kind
one-time
of close to
matchup
these
we
as
had,
well for
Sentinels
KRU.
versus KRU so long ago, but
A lot of people
it
here
was
for A, but they haven't
devastating to
really
the org.
been
Champions 2021
taking A
was after
early.
Sentinels
It's
was on
like
top
they
of the
want to
world.
punish them when they're in this
And
area.
after that, they fell hard.
They
Never
wall
really
off,
was a
they
thing
flash
after,
this.
yeah.
It's kind of nice,
make
but
a global
still,
event, then
this
the
smoke
year
goes
after.
up, so there is a question mark created from Sentinels, even if they don't know it, but there is. A lot of map control at the moment. In terms of KRU, they have no idea about any of this.
Opportunity to do it again. It's a quiet opening to this round.
After this timeout, they
Sentinels
are
on the other
heavy
side of this
expecting them
timeout.
to go over towards A. Look at this
Patient.
setup.
There.
Start to see some of the pings, and if they try to commit to the C again, remember in the previous round it didn't work because of the nanos, because of the mollies, because of all the utility. None of that is here this time. Flash is the first Q. Now you have the wall, paranoia, everything. This is
Much
the
more
clean
like the,
exact.
like the pistol hit that we saw.
Yeah.
And also you could tell no dashing in there because they're so worried about what happened to Tens last
Okay.
time.
Retake with no ult,
got
they have
melted.
the
I mean,
dog,
3
that's
mollies
kind of
on
it.
top of him.
Good map control for Sentinels,
be a
can
5v5
just feel
retake.
confident with just this map control, especially with this ult. It's a really good one that leaks over towards here so we can hide, and I'm pretty sure it leaks over towards the spike as well. It's good from Sentinels, nice and simple on this one.
That's now the pit and the lockdown.
And Zekin's got a shorty way up front.
You might just see him save this.
That's Hachette getting one. That's a
Pull
pit
the
now
flank.
online. Davies has a chance to rip it
massive
open,
kill
but
from
Tens actually
Tens.
rips his head open in response.
Is that Molly here?
Cove.
Yes, it does.
The molly actually missed, but
Ooh.
the spam is good.
It's just too
I think
much.
That pit is down now, but he's going to try to get out. Yeah, with the op.
Yeah.
Kessen's
not
already
too bad.
running
Nicely done
back
from
waterfall.
Sentinels again, keeping it nice and
Way too
simple.
short.
That was a major
The thing that I like the most about this from
Misconsideration by
Sentinels is they
to
took a
swap the setup.
timeout and
timeout.
they pretty much did the same thing that they were doing, just a little bit slower. And if we looked at what happened in the other timeout when they changed it up, KRU changed it up as well. So maybe they used that to their advantage in this one, just taking the timeout and saying, let's do what we were doing before, and then maybe now in this round we're actually going to change it up. Because in terms of the site being weak, it was definitely pretty weak here. I wonder if they go back to A, or if we're just going to keep going C. Either way, I like that mix-up. I thought that was good.
And they still have the off in the hands of Kesnet.
It's much harder to cycle those two into a round win as the defense because you have to use them reactively.
Viper all out, and we have the Killjoy Molly here, so C is very strong at the moment, but they are kind of wanting to press it a little bit, it feels like.
I think you also see them adapting and putting one not only on the spike plant, but the waterfall push, which has been used frequently by Sentinels, both on pistol and in that last round. Meanwhile, this A control has
run it back, Sheriff, I'll do it.
Trailblazer missed entirely.
That flash will confirm.
Looks like Davies is already postured to go for his lockdown. We saw it be such a big impact last time when Kesne got the kill on the flank.
I mean, this is one way to try to disrespect the Harbor utility. But when you have classical spies spamming through that wall that's intended to provide cover, it's a difficult situation to navigate. There's that lockdown that you were just mentioning too.
30 seconds.
And they're going to walk right into Klaus. Over and over. He gets 3. And that's around for KRU.
Uh-oh.
Zach-One's going to get locked down there too.
Yeah.
Funny
so,
enough, Sentinels has still not had
insta reset. Money, not here.
We got 3 players less than 3K.
11, 10. It's getting kind of low. They can buy 2 hero guns into this, but these 3 can't really do anything. We have 10's ult, I'm pretty sure.
But it might end up being a tie game.
There were 2 more.
Because of that. Late round pivot there. You actually saw Zekin get stuck outside of the door, and that costed them another 10 seconds. Which could have been time that they're in the site where they actually fight.
Yeah, it felt like once their initial plan over towards C got shut down there, the backup plan or the hit was relatively weak.
It's a save that you mentioned. There's Guardian for Zekin.
This was nice.
Singer for Sassy.
A control. Early on, we pick up the orb to get the Harbor ult here.
Ever since Kesnet's got this up,
and they have been creating presence, or at least fake pressure over towards A. And they let them walk out, and honestly,
yeah, absolutely has.
This might be good. Smoke goes in. This is nice constant vision blocked.
I mean, this is.
Damn, they hit the right site.
Now that the neon fingers are out.
Yep.
Everything cleared at the moment. They can get a good plant.
He's really trying to find something right now because that ultimate does expire.
Yeah. You see why they're trying to be pacey around it. Clear the turret. They
expire right now.
Too.
It's gone.
It's gone.
No
That's fine. I feel like you did enough.
Right.
Reckoning's clearing sight right now.
Harbor comes in. We have so many people ready to spam this. It's going to be a weird round.
I mean, it's gotta
Flash,
be
pressure, then diffuse maybe? Cove on it.
They can barely break the cove here. They've got to break it.
Either way, Davies still has to, I mean, he's tapped on it twice, but that's all it is. KRU take the fight to Sentinels, and second
Holy
response.
hell, this is wild.
Just now who tries
Oh my god, it's kind of close, to be honest with you.
Defuse comes through. We're knotted up at 11.
Was this a low buy for Sentinels? This is now the big round.
They're used from the KRU side to get that retake. Despite the minimal tools on the Sentinel side, the minimal economy too. There was mollies on the spike there before Zekin and everybody swinging past that wall, but they did get decayed.
Adam looking for a prayer here for KRU to get a win on the
Hope
board.
is still out. Money
Again, 0-7, a disastrous
is
season for them, but the opportunity
in
to
the
play
bin
spoiler
if
once
they
more.
don't win it. It's massive rounds. Holy hell. If KRU win this, Sentinels just have no money. You got 2-9 on top of this. No one's going to be able to get proper guns, really.
Is so important
It's going to be a lot of
When
bulldogs.
they end up in a tiebreak situation, and even when they win 2 maps or 2 series, if they do that, which is such a hard task, they have to get through tiebreaks.
I mean, you're looking to get through the rest of the season unscathed and then just hope things fall your way. 11-11 late.
Three
in
person.
this opening map, this best of three.
Oh god,
Zekken
Flash
not getting
didn't
hit by the
reach.
Flash. That was not far enough.
Oh,
In
a
fact, it
team
flashed his teammate.
flashed. Holy hell.
Davies never saw what hit him.
That was
That was really
that was
missed time on that
absolutely
wall
gifted.
dropping. And looking for the flash through the wall as it falls. And the flash was so shallow that it didn't even catch anybody. So Zekken easily punishes, and I think they call it cancel way late. So now Sentinels with the advantage. I mean, obviously KRU,
30 seconds left.
in a lot of these situations, they'll look like they're the worst because of the minimal map wins that they have, but they're not good
Okay,
in
it's all on to
4v5s.
Klaus.
They're
Oh
not,
boy.
They're not going to 5v4s either. I don't know that they're
Not
gonna fare better in 3v5s, but I suppose you're going to have to
one
take
of the
a shot
rounds
at
that
it.
he would like to forget pretty fast, I
Kesman
imagine.
Still with the op. So much value's been had, and man,
Nice
I
shot.
mean, even if
Bring
things
it
go
back.
sideways, he gets his. The wall. Oh, but he pushes aggressive. Ashad, he's a lunatic. And 10 still gets the kill. This is the call to save, I imagine.
Gotta be. Nobody pushing upstairs here. Tens is just exploring, seeing if he's still staying. They're looking for, oh my goodness.
Is he going to go one more?
Okay.
That's the op.
One chance for Sentinels to take this out.
I'm looking at
Got,
the economy. He could get another one.
Point.
Got alright.
At the
Alright
cost of
money.
someone else
There's
not
one
having
person
much
that takes
stuff,
a hit in terms of Mouser.
He's not even going for it though. Instead, just insta vandal. You saw it there on your screen. I mean, those early 2 kills
Take it.
out of the Sentinels players, really nice. But also mistakes from KRU. And this is where they've struggled. I mean, they have made a lot of close maps. It's not like they're the worst team in round differential, surprisingly. They've had a lot of close maps.
Yeah, it is a significant difference, Pecan. It's true.
And it's another one that they find themselves in. Sentinels have taken some of this early space for Day. For now, is Kesnet dashing around, jumping through, trying to stay alive and avoid the spam.
He doesn't go for this, right?
Kesnet, I mean, he's by himself. He backs on up. Perhaps looking to draw out some utility, maybe a flash or something
Jesus.
along those
A
lines.
little bit risky.
Seconds left here again. He's flashed. He's dead.
Well, there goes your smoker.
They're pivoting all towards B. Remember that round where they walked in and got shut out.
Destroyed.
This time the tools aren't there.
Yeah,
The
gotta
Tens
make
get
the use of the
spammed
wall.
so hard.
Do get through the choke point. Oh, it's unlucky.
He's full stunned.
It's a 5v3 now. It's turned into a 5v2. KRU looking to send us to overtime.
Looking like this is
In
overtime
flawless
secured.
fashion.
Spike
This
down.
Makata ruins that, spoils that, but they still
All right,
get
here we
theirs.
go. It's one of them.
24 rounds, not enough, Bala.
Switching sides. Overtime.
You know, I was excited for this match for many different reasons. But a close match is not what I was not expecting it. I was expecting one of these teams to just be flat, the other one to be okay, and we'd move on.
Sentinels one double pistol, yeah. So
But now here we are.
at least looking at that stat, you would favor KRU a
I
little
think
bit,
there were
but
two possible scenarios.
we've seen
to
it
play
loads
out
of
on
times
this series.
before. It doesn't
Either
work
one
like
team
that.
was going to get blown out.
Yeah.
I mean, 13-3, 13-3, 2-0, or we're going to have triple map, quadruple OT.
Last time we had overtime, it's been a while, honestly.
Classic that goes into the history books.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm telling you, man. 6-6 half, now 12-12.
Okay, what is
Just
the
saying,
plan
this
for
could be
this?
good.
Sentinel's now back on defense. We go for an
It's been
early
good so
A
far,
shutdown. We've got
and we're
smoke,
far
got
from
flash
done.
behind it. Full information here. KRU taking over towards C.
Big point of
Yeah,
contention
they're
when
going
you
for the
look at
Orb
OT
Mania.
rounds. They're all gun rounds.
There's 3 orbs
So
on the
we
map.
look
They
at the
take
stats,
one.
And KRU was 10-6 in those
They're
gun
coming
rounds.
over for the B orb.
So that's the team
Nope.
I favor going
Okay.
into this,
Ignore
despite
that.
how Sentinels have been in the lead the entire time.
If you stretch that out across the entire season, both KRU and Sentinels have the worst full buy win round percentages of the entire league. With the stats in mind, it's tough to say how it's going to go.
Here.
You see panel's already been broken.
God, this is
Ken's just got some information there. Saw 2 players. Sasu will
Flash is
confirm
nice,
with the
but
flash
again,
too.
don't know how many numbers when
But
that
it does
hits.
give up both of their positions. Zekken's the one who's unknown right now. He goes for the one-way on top of the revolving door. KRU has frequently been pivoting towards the B side, and you already see Pankata pivoting over there, Tens as well.
Blocking fire.
Got the
And they're
alarm
not
up to
looking for it this time. They're going to flash through.
30 seconds left.
Dash through.
commit. Sassy's here. He goes unchecked. That's the first one.
Damn.
The second
Nicely
one,
done
and
from
the
him.
Spike follows suit. Now Seeker's invested, dancing around the stun.
Remaining.
Second as
He got
well.
two out of nowhere, too.
Yeah, 2 heroes.
Davies left in an impossible situation. 5 targets, 5 bullets. But the Spike nowhere near.
Okay, another chance for Sentinels. Alec Y, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for that as well.
Match point.
3 months in the Slug Club. Appreciate using your prime on me.
Crew just can't get the lead no matter what.
No.
Also delete my.
Lost both pistols. And now when it matters most.
What
their
stage?
first
I
round
love
OT?
the EMEA stage. I think it's sick.
I mean, both sides were so even, so it's not like even there's a advantage on either side.
Yeah.
Time for a field test.
It's a beautiful scenery on the
Alarm
site.
out.
Very nice, very lovely. Back to the
Dog.
action we go. Sentinels, match
Even
point
Dog's getting involved.
in this opening best of 3.
Okay, another chance to go over towards C.
Now they're the ones who get to dictate the pace. They're going back into what potentially could be Davies' kill setup again. Remember how oppressive this was. But this time, as soon as the wall goes up, you see some of the utility used. I don't think Sentinels ever really intended to go that way. They clear the alarm bot, and they get a molly out.
Running back to the old faithful C hit here. The dog, the flash from
Molly's good.
second. And Tens goes the other way. This is nice.
And he's zoned it. It's done.
Tens is doing this on his own. Now they follow suit. But the site has been cracked wide open.
I liked it. I liked his pathing on this one. Going aggro this way.
Very well could be the finishing touches on this opening map. Klaus, Melser, and Kesnet with much to do just to extend it. Tens getting tagged a little early. But Spike ticking away. Time is up the
Oh my
essence, and
goodness.
the Shorty's not going to do much from that distance. The Vandal's not either, but Klaus's does.
Klaus
It's a
1v5.
1v3, swings
Okay.
around the corner.
Nicely done from Sentinels. Managed to get there in the end.
Second map. Sentinels
Bit of
take
a scrappy
map 1.
game.
A close affair. Been able to convert on so many of the tactical rounds, the 2 pistols.
We've got Bind coming
And
up
then
as well.
out of timeouts,
Bind
everything
is
like that.
next, so we'll see
I was
what
really
that brings.
expecting this map to be a lot more scrappy, this match, this series to be really, really chaotic. Given that there's a new IGL on this side, given that you really